This visit to Kenya, I think for us, the GET and me, my job is to learn about what the teams are doing, strengthen the partnership we have.
The key highlight for me from the Global Executive Team visit was a high-level dialogue that we had, basically focusing on the opportunities for promoting trade and investment.
We've been having meetings with all kinds of partners, from all the way to the Deputy President, to the Governor. What sticks out to me most is the amazing mix of things we have done, and I just want to thank the team for that. And also the amazing talent this team has attracted. I can't be more proud of the team that there is. I think that's what stands out to me a lot.
Well, this visit to Kenya by the Global Executive Team has opened significant doors. The magic was really in the interconnectedness. There were sparks everywhere as ADRI was connecting with what we do and how the country coordination across countries could work. Our Europe director, Stinger, was here, and I could see her thinking about the lessons, the best practices we could bring and best practices that could come from here out. There was just a mixing and an interconnectedness to our work like I'd never seen before.
One of the key outcomes I would expect, and I expect from this team, is following the dialogue that we had on trade and investment, is how can we be able to nurture the right kind of partnerships that can be able to trigger and can be able to facilitate the right kind of investment, the right kind of financing, for example, that is needed from the international space for investing in energy access and just transition in Kenya and the wider of sub-Saharan African continent.
The key outcomes, if we can only talk about one, maybe out of many outcomes, is that this is not something we can do on Teams and Zoom, understanding, hey, this is something how we can work with each other, and also building the human-to-human connection, which is not something we can do online, and have the trust and also feel really comfortable with each other and forward-looking. I think that's the really fundamental connection that we will need as one WRI.
The place of data and analysis becomes quite important, and also bringing together the key stakeholders who are involved in terms of policy development. And I think that's one of the strategic roles that WRI plays in terms of research, data, analysis, and basically bringing together the key stakeholders who are involved in policy dialogue so that we can be able to facilitate that kind of conversation that is required to move the needle.
I think we cemented WRI as a thought leader, as a knowledge partner, as a trusted partner, from the highest level of government with our Deputy President, across the board in different government offices. We had a wonderful time, not only sharing what we do and the opportunities they present, but also hearing the opportunities that exist, the new windows that are there. I cannot imagine what the follow-up will be like. We have a lot of work to do to harvest the amazing fruit that has come out of this visit.
It's just amazing to me that how much has been done in such a short time. But also what stuck to me a lot is how our new strategy resonates in the work we're doing here and work we will do. For example, I was very happy to hear about and learn about all the work we're doing here on the food system, on restoration, on water, on agricultural productivity, which is such a critical piece for Kenya. And finally, today we met with the governor of Nairobi. All the different pieces of work we're doing in cities, I can see this coming together into a much more strategic relationship.
What we do is so responsive to the moment, the needs of this moment, and that we have the tools, we have the platforms, we have the expertise, we have the brilliance within our teams to really make a difference in Kenya. And I hope we can leverage that. We actually have that mandate from the highest level of our organization. I hope we can live up to that right here in Kenya.
So what we want to take from this visit for next steps is that how we can truly work very closely with colleagues in Africa to talk about how we can get money into Africa. And this will ask us to address some of the root causes of why the money is not flowing.
When you write a strategy sitting in Washington, you never know. Is it going to resonate? Is it going to make sense? And I feel very, very positive about how, of course, it has to become the Africa strategy. And we'll do this in the next few days at the retreat. But I feel very positive about that, and I'm just very pleased with the work that's going on.